Welcome back into the third hour and final hour of Smart Men's Business, where we drive your business here in Smart 24 TV. My name is Masi Katsimi and I'm with Charlotte. Well, it is good actually. Today being a Thursday, that means we are soon wrapping up the week. Yes. I don't know how prepared you people are, because for some people, it's actually their journey, because this is the time people are really looking through since January, and they're assessing themselves like, since January, what good have I done? What haven't I done?
Did you have New Year's resolutions, those things of 2020?
Oh yeah, I did, and trust me, if I was to tick the boxes, I think I would tick one. This year has been more than last year, the COVID days, really. Is it because the economy is actually recovering? I do not know. Very many changes, very many reforms have been made in this year.
You had targets, but the year decided to make you a target.
I really gave up on resolutions in the beginning of year. I just have them in my mind and just plan. Well, of course, today, Charlotte, like I told you, we have a new search that is in the country. Yes. For the lovers on the consumers of dairy, those that consume bunyama roadsides. Yes. And of course, it's unfortunate that it's started in a place where people head that side, where people consume on large quantities actually, for those that travel. The bunyamas are always passing through the buses or your vehicles. So there is a new surge that is happening in the country. Yes. And it's anthrax. Yeah, it is a very deadly disease, yeah, in cows. So definitely that is why the consumption and the production and maybe the consumerism is going to reduce. If you see meat being scarce, just know it's that. Yeah,
so the government has actually banned the products that are made of beef to be sold here in Uganda.
Sausages.
As of now. Yes, sausages, minced meat. I think even the offals will not be eaten since they're from cows. But also, at the end of the day, personally, I feel like spending a week
it's big. The alternatives. There are very many alternatives. There's goat. There's goat.
Meat is meat, beef is beef. You can't tell me to eat goat's meat, because over the years we've seen the many diseases in cows. We have the white muscle, foot and rot. These are things we used to study in school.
The bruceros.
Yes, so if you see people who have consumed the cows that are actually affected by the anthrax, they look like they've actually been burned by hot water. Yeah. The images are actually very disturbing. Yeah. And some Ugandans are being told you're not supposed to eat the meat products, you know, and then someone is like, Ngarachi Sijiria, what will happen to me? We are going in the festive season, you people. Let us be alert.
Yeah. And I think there are going to be a lot of hindrances, in terms of, because now the demand is always too much when it comes to the festive season, because people are known to cutting, very many cows and maybe a few goats, but then for huge consumption, it's usually a meat cow. So I believe that the productivity is going to reduce, given that fact that is happening due to the anthrax that is happening in Uganda. But then I believe they've been quarantined.
Yes, they have.
Been quarantined for the safety of not to spread to other
other
cows.
Has it spread from Chotera already to other districts? Because it is mostly in Chotera where the cows are being affected. And some of these cows have been taken by the government to areas to be tested and to see if they can actually find a solution for it. Yes, to see if actually they can see if the cause can actually be stopped or can be reduced, so that the cattle can be okay.
Oh yeah, and it's very important actually when it comes to availability. It's going to be very low, given the fact that most of livestock comes all the way that side. So definitely, and I was talking to someone and they had a very different perception of all this thing, and they're like, maybe this could be a strategy. This could be a strategy for those that have their cows that side. Yeah?
But we already have 17 people dead.
Yeah, we already
and
have
with
17.
over 20 others bedridden in various local villages. So if this is actually happening and the reports are coming out, you know, this sounds like how the COVID-19 started. People always kept saying, no, the government just wants to do this. You know, they just don't want us to do that. When we were being told to wear the masks, people are like, I can't breathe. And then when it actually got serious and they were closing everywhere, people were like, oh, so the government was not lying. You know, we started with 14 days, more 14 days. So I hope we don't actually get quarantined or we don't get locked down because of this other disease in the country.
But all I know is that the prices are going to be hiked, yeah, because now the demand is there, but then there is availability, the accessibility is very, very low. So if you find a kilo that was at 14,000, now it's at 20,000, you'll have to know the reason as to why. Because imagine a person is bringing on a whole lorry or a truck of 200 cows, and probably half of them are tested and they are found to have the disease. That means they are going to lose out, because people were expecting 200. At the end of the day, they're receiving 100. So what does that mean?
Well, it is actually very worrying, because if you see, this disease was actually mostly discovered in November. This very year, November 26th. So for anybody out there that has eaten meat from that time, you need to be worried.
We're not scared. We're not scared. We are not scared. We are positive.
So we have that 40 cows within the past 2 months have been dying in this area, and the outbreak was confirmed by the health authorities on 26th of November this month. Yes, and the Chotara District Veterinary Officer John Mary Lutaya has announced restrictions on the movement of cattle.
You see, I told you.
So right now, those
people are going to be bringing them illegally, trust me, without being tested.
This is Uganda. And of course, at the end of the day, the people I'm feeling for, you know, people like to get married in December. December time. So you find that we have Banyankole, they usually take cows, and other people like
gifting, the gifting
of a cow, those things. So right now, I don't know what they're going to be using as dowry this December because the cows are sick.
I believe for cattle, it's a huge livestock, and I believe it's used in very many events, the festive holidays, the gifting, and the social gatherings. You know, social gatherings expect enjoyment, and that is where people cut bulls. You know, people are having end of year parties, family reunions. So expectations are high.
And usually, you find that families usually get a cow.
And they slaughter.
Then they give families,
sharing.
They give kilos cut. This year, I'm wondering how they're going to do it, because usually people like to do it to get blessings from people and or to make other people happy for the festival. So you find people are going to end up buying goats. So that means if cows are actually not going to be brought to Kampala, that leaves other things are going. The prices are going to go high. This is something we had actually not looked at. That means the goats are going to leave 100 and something thousand and go to around 400 and something, because goat's meat is going to be on market, chicken is going to be on market, fish is going to be on market. So at the end of the day, you see that when something goes away, something else is going to be affected in the market.
But I believe if you go back even before anthrax, there was brucellosis. You remember those days where we had brucellosis. And you know, for some people, they think this is a joke, but for brucellosis, the injections they used to put in your body, they were painful, and had a lot of symptoms. So definitely this one, the skin is like, it's so rough. It has a lot of, I don't know if they are called boils, if they are called cysts. People have died, really. This is not a joking thing. It's not really a joking matter. So you have to you have to be cautious about what is happening in the country, Uganda. But anyway, for those that have rufra, those that have rufras, be ready to expect the unexpected. Because if you've been hoping to get like 150 this time, you're going to be having a lesser number. So you have to know how you're going to balance, you know, how you're going to benefit or profit from these smaller numbers that you have. So if you're out in the market and you've seen from 14,000, it's now at 16,000 kilo, then that means you have to know what is happening.
Yes.
People don't know actually. People are like, this is a hoax, it's a lie.
Yeah, the government is up to something.
Yes.
Yeah, they must be hiding something. So the public is really at risk of the infection through contact with the infected animals or contaminated animal products. So we have products we have so many products that come from cows.
Dairy, milk.
We have milk.
We have ghee.
Oh God, I'm thinking about it right now and I'm actually sad all of a sudden. It hurts. They're actually important.
Yeah, but if they have really identified the area, I believe though it's going to be easier to quarantine them and not spread the disease to other areas. So definitely, I feel like maybe we have cows in northern Uganda. We shall consume those ones. It's really
Why
okay.
do you think they're going to let you have regions from these areas?
That's the problem. That is why people are being saying something is really up. We don't understand
Let's
it.
eat fish and chicken. Let's
Yes.
market that.
Yes. So people are going to be
But also beans are healthy. I
yeah.
don't think I'm wrong. Greens, nakati,
Yeah.
buga, those things, they're healthy.
Yeah.
There's peas. Let's not stick to meat. Let's be healthy.
Once in a while, chip in those
Yes.
legends and all that. Yeah.
Well, we see here livestock farmers on high alert of a disease outbreak. So what you need to know is the lumpy skin disease has spread in the sub-counties of Bumbo, Bukoho, Buwatua, Rakuha, Kaha, Sekuluhu, Mutoho, and these districts, they're all in Uganda, Namisindwa. So the livestock farmers and veterinary officers in cattle corridor districts are on high alert following an outbreak of black quarter and lumpy skin diseases in the district of Lyantonde and Namisindwa. The black quarter is an infectious bacterial disease visible through loss of animal body energy and swollen limbs, resulting in lameness and high blood pressure, high body temperature. The disease usually affects cattle, sheep, and goats. Oh, so even the goats are not an option. It always kills infected animals faster. On the other hand, lumpy skin is a viral disease caused by a virus called pox virus that affects cattle. It's transmitted by blood feeding birds and insects such as mosquitoes and ticks.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The ticks, most especially because some people do not spray their cows.
Yes.
They just
graze them. They make sure they
just
eat them. Oh, yes.
But I'm seeing here the funny thing about Uganda, and what surprises me is that people thought this was witchcraft. When the disease came, people were like, "Oh my goodness!" And you to log at Uganda to visiting a judge. When you want to log at this is too.
This well, Africans will never change.
We
can
never
change.
I don't know why the first option that we always have as Africans or Ugandans is to think of, let me go to the hospital and check this out. Why is it that we go back to the old culture of, oh, this has to be something like witchcraft, someone is against me, or I don't know why our minds thinks it's just
Africa for you. It can never change. It's Africa.
Even if it's just a mere pimple, someone is like, what do you want?
Evil eye. Well, in Lyantonde district, 54 head of cattle have been in Lyantonde district, the black quarter disease has so far claimed 54 heads of cattle.
54 heads of cattle.
So that means if within a week you're losing 54 and you had 100 cows, that means you have a very few left. And if you are looking at these to sell for Christmas to make some money, that means you're at a very high loss. And that means by the time you enter Christmas, you're going to be thinking, I haven't made any money. So this is where depression is going to come from this December season.
Now, of course, they're going to be disposing of and burying the dead carcasses, and of course, they're telling people to avoid skinning dead animals, which helps. This is going to help in actually spread of the disease to the rest of the kraal or the rest of the districts. Well, of course, right about now, we are joined with Andrew Barige, and of course, he's there interviewing someone in these matters. How ready are we for the festive season? Yes. Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
All right, thank you very much. That is Marcy and Charlotte, and definitely I'm coming live down here at the Kampala City Traders Abattoir, of course, getting to observe the situation, how it is like. And with me later, I'm joined with the Public Relations Officer of this area, that is Madame Aisha. She's going to, of course, to make a further introduction as we get to understand what is the situation like, the meat scarcity, and what is the solution out there for the meat traders to make sure that there is efficient flow of activities, most especially as we are heading into the festive season. Aisha, it's a great pleasure to have you on Smart Means Business this morning as we are observing the situation. Of course, there have been the disease that is spreading and limited consumption, and some people have gone to some abattoirs like around Kalere. Meat is scarce, so we would love to understand how is this going to impact the meat prices, most especially in the city center.
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Aisha Nalubeka. I'm the PR of Kampala City Abattoir Traders. We call it Kampala City Abattoir Traders, but locally it is called Lufla Enkulu in Mogwanga. That is around Old Port Bell Road. First of all, I would like to thank Smart 24 TV for always coming to our place. We get different people to this place, usually talking about different things we do around here. But our signature project, like we usually tell people, is cattle trading and the rest. When you talk about the scarcity, yes, we shall say yes, but again, no, because the magnitude of cows is kind of very big. When you look at this place, we get cattle all over the country. Once there is a quarantine in Sembabule, we shall get from Teso. Once there is a quarantine in the side of the western region, we can get again from another region. So we wouldn't say it will affect us, though at times we say it will, and it will affect more of the Balalos because it's them who give us the cattle to this place.
So what are the remedies probably for those people that are the most affected people, most especially that cattle traders, and they also sell beef? What solutions could you give them on how to handle in such a scenario?
In such a scenario, what I would say is we should look up to other places where the quarantines are not yet. Like the Teso region, like yesterday we received so many from the other side of Teso because it's also a cattle corridor. We would look at places where the quarantines are not yet and leave out these other places. Our dear customers, we emphasize we are open and we still get meat from other places. Just don't get scared. It will be well, and I'm thinking the government is handling it very well.
Okay, maybe another factor, what measures have you put in place to make sure that the infected meat is not smuggled within? You know, some people are stubborn. They bring the cattle from the quarantine areas and they smuggle it to the city abattoirs. What measures are you putting in place to avoid that?
Like I say, we have vet doctors in place. There is no meat that comes this place minus the vet doctors checking. Whatever comes in here, they have to slaughter. So we have vet doctors who have to look at that before any meat is taken out of this place. So that one is rest assured. Okay. And they handle very well. So I don't think no one can smuggle in meat here minus checking, because we have series of checkups before they reach inside here and before they come to the slaughter areas. Okay.
Maybe does this meat, which is because I'm assuming a person out there who has landed on this meat and they don't know how the infected meat looks like. What are some of the basic signs that can tell
Okay, first of all, we have the department called Halali that deals with cutting off the neck. Then again, we have the vet doctors. They work jointly. They work closely with the vet doctors. Once the meat is not proper to be eaten, for example, we have an incinerator. They just cut it off, put it down, then take to our incinerator inside there. That is how we manage.
Incinerator, what does
Incinerator is a place where we put our meat and then they burn it.
They burn it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, very beautiful, of course, discussion in here from the public relations officer of this abattoir, that is Aisha Nalubega, and she's giving us an insight on how they are handling the situation. And of course, the best alternative is to think about other places, other suppliers, other districts where the quarantine hasn't been put in place. Maybe finally, your last remarks. What is the expected turnout 2023? People are complaining of high commodity prices due to high transportation. What is the expected turnout for people to buy meat for Christmas?
Like I always say, we are 24/7 open, and we expect numbers. First of all, our dear customers, let me just assure you, when you come to Kampala City Abattoir, you will get all the products you need. For the prices, our prices will not go very high, but we are looking at 13,000, that is cow. Then goat, yes, 13,000, just in case, yes, a kilo. Then for the goat's meat, it might go around 15,000, depending. But we hope for the best, and we shall give you the best like over is done. Our place is very open, ready for you people.
Okay. Thank you. Quite a great insight from the public relations officer of this Kampala City Traders Abattoir. And we've been discussing the scenario, and the solutions have been given, and the prices are going to stay just a slight increase of 2,000, which is not really, it won't affect the incomes of the different consumers. Well, I'm going to take you back to studio for now, back to plot 42, and I'll Avenue with Masika Tsime and Charlotte.